Welcome into Springville High School for KSL Sports Rewind's coverage of Orem High basketball on the Rewind Sports Network as the Orem Tigers take to the road to take on the Springville Red Devils. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart, excited to bring you this contest here tonight, one that is pivotal for the top here of Region 7. We'll start with the visiting Tigers of Orem. They come in overall at 12-8, 3-1 in region play, coming off a couple of nice region wins over PG and Spanish Fork, and trying to remain within grasp of Timpview and Springville, who are both undefeated in region. But it's been Simeon Sugar-Traga's led them in scoring all year. It's been a great year for the sophomore point guard, Troy Kafusi. He's been fantastic, scoring 16 per game, providing great support for the leading scorer, Sugar-Traga. Other guys have chipped in as well, including Isa Naliai. We've got contributions from Cooper Harris, Manuia. There's other guys here for this Orem team to help round out this roster. Meanwhile, for Springville, this has been a roster years in the making. When you look at Jamin Sundrup and Mason Hansen, both seniors for this Springville team, and both hoping to lead this Springville team in a deep playoff run to a region title and maybe a state title by the time it's all said and done. Springville in the home whites, they start after winning the tip. Orem in the road blues, as here is Sundrup. He'll start off the game with the three, and Jamin Sundrup, the big man, hits it for Springville. We talked about his career here at Springville, multi-year starter, 18 points per game, 14 rebounds per game. He can shoot that shot. He's 32% from long range on the year, as Orem, this shot over the head, over the reach of Cooper Harris. They turn it over to Springville. We talk about other players for this Red Devil team, and obviously Sundrup and Hansen, they get a lot of talk. Mason Hansen averaging 20 per game, but this young man right here, Swift Hall, who kicks out to the corner, this three on the way and hit. Bridger Frischneck with the three. It's a 6-0 start here for Springville on the road. Swift Hall's a young man you got to watch. He's a junior, averages 14 per game, can shoot the ball extremely well. As Orem back on the offensive end. And here is Troy Kafusi. He'll send up top. Naliai works back over. Moala will clear the lane. Here's Sugar-Traga. Gives over. Here's Harris out of the corner. There you go. Orem needed that. Cooper Harris able to hit the three. First bucket of the game here for Orem. Looking inside. Sundrup will kick to Frischneck. No. On the run there. We'll head back to Springville. Want to remind you, the clock you see on your screen, unofficial. At times we start early, stop it late. We do our best to keep it synced here with the official clock here in the gym. Hall terminated. Works up top here with Hansen. Hansen, 15-footer. Confident looking shot there from Mason Hansen. Here's high post with Naliai. In the lane. Oh, nice creativity there. Get that defender to bite. And we get that little left-handed scoop up and good. Hall, he's got room. Swift Hall hitting the three. Three made threes for Springville here in this opening quarter. Have set up an 11-5 lead here for the home team. The students of Springville wearing black, loving it. Here's Harris. As Judy Moala leaves the paint, and Sugar-Traga here. Work to get him the basketball, draws the contact there by Sam Nadold. The junior called for his first. As Orem will have it here, baseline. Talk about these two teams coming into this region. Springville 3-0 in region play. That inbound boy right to half court. Sugar-Traga keeping everything legal there. Kicks out to Naliai. Isa trying to drive, lost that as he was trying to dribble drive out of play. It'll be Springville basketball. The Springville team, they come in 12-5 on the year, 3-0 here in region. Got a matchup with Timpview down the road, but boy, they're thinking Orem tonight. Nadal gets in on the three-point fun. The fourth three, all from different players for Springville. 4 different players for the Red Devils with made threes here in this opening quarter. Harris trying to answer, and does. A pair of threes for Cooper Harris, trying to keep this Orem team in this early. This Springville team, they shoot 34% from beyond the arc. They're well above that here in the opening minutes. You have to figure they're cool off, as Mason Hansen kind of got caught mid-air on that one, was looking for an outlet. Sundrup kind of made his way to the lane. A rare first quarter turnover here for Springville, as Orem will have it. Kafusi, mentioned he's just a sophomore. Had minutes last year as a freshman, now 1 point full time for Coach Tavita. Sugaturaga driving here to the middle, gives to Moala. Moala, the big man, couldn't get that one to go. He and Sundrup should be an interesting matchup when they get paired up together. Sundrup straight away, that three, no. Kafusi will give over to Simeon. Sugaturaga here. Oh, able to split the D. He gets fouled. Nice take there by Simeon Sugaturaga. He'll still work his way to the line. Second team foul here on Springville in this opening quarter, as this will go on Sundrup. That'll be the first. The senior big man for Springville. Mentioned for Orem, this game's 14-8. 4 made threes for Springville. And if you're Orem, you just want to kind of hang around in this one. They've done a nice job of doing that, as Orem has ran Todd Lewis, the junior, to the table. He'll check in here for the Tigers as Sugaturaga makes his first. One more coming up here for Simeon. First points of the game for the senior forward for Orem. 2 for 2. Hall handing off to Hansen. He'll look to pull this shot long, two. That won't go, and there is the state's leading rebounder, Jamin Sundrup, with the board and put back. He averages 14 rebounds a game. 14! That's a lot of work on the glass. Here's Sugaturaga left open. That shot wouldn't go. Lewis trying to track that down. Ball's on the floor, gathered here by Hansen. Mason Hansen lost that one, had it poked away from behind as Cooper Harris coming back to gather for the Tigers. And trying to work past Zach Henderson, who had the defensive assignment there for Springville. Bleachers filling in here late in this first quarter. Simeon couldn't get the reverse to go. Sundrup staying vertical, staying tall. Swift Hall up the floor. A little out of control there, couldn't get that one to go. Naliai lost it as he was trying to drive. And Hansen able to gather it here for Springville. The Red Devils gonna settle things down here a little bit as Bentley Farnworth to the table for the Tigers. He'll come on at the next whistle. Sugaturaga trying to deny Sundrup. Swift Hall creating space, hitting the three for Springville. His second tonight. Two minutes to play here in this opening quarter. Sugaturaga defended by Sundrup. Hands off, Kafusi exerting a lot of energy coming around those screens. That shot was hard off the glass. Other end, Nadal kicks out. Hansen, the long three, no short. Todd Lewis able to come in for the board. Simeon trying to drive, lost it. Hansen In the open floor, Nalei racing back, and he's called for the foul. Be the first team foul on Orem, first personal on Nalei. And this will send the senior Mason Hansen to the line. This Springville team, as a team, 76% from the line. They have multiple players who are over 80% from the line, including Mason Hansen, has been solid from 15 this year. As he hits the first, has one more coming. 10-point lead here as substitutions. Nick Hollinger checking in, as does Cougar Franks. Two for two on the trip. 7-0 run here by Springville. As we've hit the final minute of our first quarter. Kaufusi. Sundrup not on the floor. I'll take the three here. That won't go. Hansen coming in for the board. Hansen looking to drive. He'll pull a little 15-footer short. Sugatraga pushing ahead here for Orem. Simeon trying to drive, had that knocked away by Henderson. Shot clock turned off here, 20 seconds to go. There's Hollinger. Clock's down to 10. Hansen coming off the screen. He's driving, hanging, won't go. Lewis had it for a moment, fouled with 3 seconds to go. It'll be Orem basketball. They'll have to go the length of the floor. It's Junie Moala checking in here for Sugatraga. Of course, we know you can go the length of the floor in 4 seconds. We saw that earlier this week. Kaufusi, he'll pull the long three. At the buzzer's good! Troy Kaufusi hitting a three for Orem as the horn sounds. See if that can give them some positive momentum heading into the second quarter. 21-13, Springville leading Orem on KSL Sports Rewinds. Coverage of Orem basketball on KSLSports.com. Welcome back to Springville High School, 21-13. Red Devils leading the Tigers in this Region 7 battle. Your unofficial scoring leaders at the end of the first. For Springville, 6 for Swift Hall, 5 for Sundrup, 4 for Mason Hansen, 3 for Frischnick and Nadal. Meanwhile for Orem, Cooper Harris with a pair of threes leading the way with his 6 points. 3 for Troy Kaufusi, that buzzer beater at the end of the first. And then Sugatraga and Nalei each with a pair. See if they can get their offense going here in this second quarter. It's been a season where this Orem offense, they've had games where they've exploded and games where they felt like they've had opportunities to score more, haven't been able to. 13 here at the end of the first. Hot shooting by Springville has helped them create this lead. 5 threes made in that first quarter for the Red Devils. Oh, that'll help. How about that take by Kaufusi? I mentioned the play at the end of the first, wondering if that could create some momentum in the second. It certainly helps there on the drive as the foul called inside on, give that on Hollinger. Be his first. And Kaufusi at the line, able to make it. A 3-point play there for Troy Kaufusi. So in a span of 19 seconds, Kaufusi's netted 6. Has it back to a 5-point game. All defended by Nalei. I like that matchup for Orem. Nalei has been a good defender in his time. Space up top. Boy, another made three for Springville. Man, it's like they practice in this gym. Frischnecht with his second made three tonight. Pushes it back up to an 8-point lead. Sugatraga trying to establish himself in the paint. Help there with Sundrup. Making that entry difficult. Here's Moala giving back to Sugataraga. Shot clock down to 10. Simeon, boy, a trio of Red Devils around him. Fades away, won't go. And this ball brought down here by Nadal. He's pushing it. They'll leave it with Hollinger. Now to Hall. Swift, little 12-footer. I saw Swift Hall play last year, and I just love his game, man. He is so good. Just a junior. Back to 10. Naliai will hand off. Kafusi, good defense, able to step around. And a foul called here on the closeout there of Hollinger. It'd be his second personal. Kafusi here with a pair. That's the first. Substitutions for both sides. Cooper Harris back on the floor here for Orem, as Moala will get a break. Mason Hansen checking back in for Springville. Kafusi makes the second. A foul called here on Naliai. Be his second. Sundrup, oh man. If he can get that positioning, it's going to be a rough night. Kafusi gives over, Naliai. He'll try to drive. Swift Hall there defensively. Isa, nice bucket there from Naliai, his second field goal tonight. He'll continue to try to hang around here. Hall will give over, worked around. Sundrup, they're trying to be aggressive on that denial, and Jamin knows exactly how to work that. A good entry there as well, leading him to the bucket. No chance for any help there of Orem's defense as they were all spread out. 30-19 the advantage here for the home team. Sugataraga terminated, he'll send back out. And Harris will play up top. There's a long two by Kafusi. Offensive board, Simeon with the putback. First field goal for Simeon tonight. He had a pair, those came at the line. Able to net those two. Hollinger. Here's Hansen. Drive, Frischnecht. Boy, Sundrup with the board. And Sugataraga able to knock that away. Coach Snell thought there was contact there. We're approaching the midway point here in this second quarter. There's Sugataraga. He'll drive on Sundrup. And a foul called inside. Who's this going to be on? If it's on Hollinger, it'd be his third. If it's on Jamin, it's his second. It'll be on Sundrup. So number 2 on the big man for Springville. And each side here will sub as Nadal back on the floor for the Red Devils. Sundrup staying on here. They do bring Hollinger off though. Meanwhile for Orem, it's Farnworth back on the floor. In the corner, open look for Kafusi, no. Tapped out by Sugataraga. Troy, he's got space, he'll send over. Farnworth for 3. No. He knew that was a little off, he was trying to follow up his shot. Just a touch short as it skipped across. Here's Hall. Nice crossover, 15-footer. Won't go, and Sugataraga there with the board. Boy, they're really trying to force Sundrup out of the lane, especially on the glass, as Farnworth will play back out. Little zone. Oh, man here for Springville, my apologies. Sugataraga. Sundrup with the denial. 6'10" on display there for Springville. He'll step into this three. No. And Swift Hall going to be called here for the loose ball foul. First personal on Swift. Substitutions here for the Red Devils. Henderson and Franks both back on the floor. Junie Moala checking back in here for Orem. Pull up from Kafusi. No, Moala able to tap it up and in. This is where I think, Junie Moala or Sugataraga can take advantage with having Sundrup off the floor. A much better matchup for them size-wise, speaking of Orem, as Hall will play back over. Hansen catch and shoot off the screen and hits it. Mason Hansen with his first three tonight. Sugataraga, defended by Franks. Sends out Farnworth, hits the three for Orem. Bentley Farnworth, his first field goal tonight. Big made triple. 7-point game. Yep, Swift stepped out of bounds. That help defense came over to take away that drive, but he was kind of too deep, didn't really have anywhere to go. Is Naliai going to come back on the floor here for Orem? As we're inside 2 to play. Harris. Sugataraga in the block, working here on Franks, and is fouled. Cougar Franks going to be called here for the personal, and I think that might be the 5th team foul. I think it was on the shot anyway, so it probably doesn't matter, but Orem will be shooting free throws for the remainder of this first half. His first personal there on Franks is indeed the case. Sugataraga up and good. Sundrup has come back on the floor here. Naliai back on here for Orem as well. Sugataraga with 6, 4 of those coming from the line here in this first half. Hansen kicks out, he'll go back in. Sundrup on Moala, no. Farnworth. Wrap this around as we approach the final minute here of this first half. 5-point game, Orem can make it 1 possession with a bucket here. Naliai. Will hand to Harris. Shot clock down to 12. Here's Sugataraga. Defended by Freshneck. Help coming, sends out for Harris. Can't connect, this is into the backcourt, and that will be a turnover with 43 seconds to go. So 8-second differential, game clock, shot clock here in this first half. Hall gives over. Sundrup there setting the screen. Hall will send out in for Jamin. Little power step there, he's fouled. power step, power dribble, which I have a very controversial take on, by the way. But that's for another time. It's a good one, though. I've actually stumped a few officials with it. One is not stumped. Others acknowledge. Here's Sundrup to the line. His first one, no. Foul was called on Sugaturaga. That's his first personal. One more here for Jamin. 71% from the line this year. Able to split the trip. Franks will check back in. Sundrup going to come off the floor. Again, has the two personals. So Coach Snell here wisely managing his seniors' minutes. Given the foul situation, shot clock turned off here for these final 20 seconds. Harris will work off of that Sugaturaga screen, gives to Kafusi, can't get it inside. 5 seconds left. Kafusi will pull for a three. Hit a buzzer beater at the end of the first and hits one at the end of the half. Kafusi will reel Orem to within three, 34-31, as we head to the half here from Springville High School. Getting ready to start our second half. 34-31, Springville leading Orem here in this Region 7 contest. Springville comes in 3-0 in region, tied with Timpview. Orem just a half game back. They're 3-1. It's why this game is so important for them. Springville will play Timpview down the road, but if Orem can get a win here, then they'd become the biggest Springville fans, and hoping the Red Devils could upset Timpview, where you'd then have a potential three-way tie if they take care of the rest of their business. Orem trailing as we start this second half. It will be Springville basketball. Got off to a hot start, the Red Devils did. I think they had a double-digit lead at one point. Orem's been able to to reel them back in as that opening look by Hansen comes off the rim, rebounded by Sugaturaga, and the Tigers now with their first offensive possession of this second half. Troy Kafusi has shot the ball well. He's had a pair of threes that have gone in as the horn has expired at the end of each of the first two periods. Moala with an offensive board here. Hansen, Naliai, close look that was just short. Tapped out, Isa able to regather. The shot clock reset here. A drive from Kafusi, contact there. Fouls becoming concerning for a couple of Red Devils. Mason Hansen, though, just picking up his second here. My apologies. Pair on Sundrup, three on Hollinger. For Springville, this thrown into the backcourt for Naliai. Kafusi. He'll drive, trying to wrap around to Juni. Handing off Sugaturaga. Oh, Sundrup got that big paw up there, got the block. As Springville coming down here. Here's Hall. Well, it kind of got caught. Was looking for his outlet to Jamin, and a foul called inside here. Always nice when you got a 6'10" big man in the middle that you can kind of lob that to. Is the foul called here on Sugaturaga? Will be his second. Yes. And it will be Sundrup here back to the free throw line. Shoot a pair. We mentioned that Timpview team. They'll be on deck for Orem, as this one, boy, just comes off the rim for Jamin. That game will be Tuesday. Orem at Timpview. If you want to watch it, come to KSLSports.com. We'll have the live stream for you. Second free throw here for Sundrup. Oh, rimmed out. Home rim betraying senior Jamin Sundrup. Meanwhile, for Springville, they'll head to Salem, take on the Skyhawks. This region's so tough, deep. Kafusi with a nice split, hanging athletic take. Troy Kafusi showing he can do more than just hit threes. How about that drive? As he's got 13 points, 12 points, my apologies. As this one saved in by Kafusi. Kicked out. Harris can't keep it. It'll be Springville basketball. Hansen trying to work off that screen. Will come over. Sugatraga had the block, but a foul called before that. Still on the shot here, I believe, will be Hansen to the line as Kafusi called for the personal, his first. That will be Mason Hansen here stepping up to the line. Hit a pair of free throws back in our opening quarter. Hits this one. One more here for Mason. Walla. The lob for Simeon. Oh, nice play. Hey, that's one way to free up some space at the rim. You pull Sundrup out. You get the lob to Sugatraga. He's up to 8 tonight. Here's Swift. Trying to work around that screen and lost it. Kafusi did better to not force that. Orem can take the lead here. Troy right to the rim, and they do. The sophomore Troy Kafusi with another take down the lane, and Orem is on top, 37-36. Good D there by Harris. Hansen able to get that one to go. Boy, the Orem bench thought there might have been a little bit of a forearm there. They're not called. Mason Hansen with the jumper and a timeout taken. 5 to play here in the third. We got a good one. We'll be back after this. Have a special guest here at Springville tonight. How about that, huh? My spidey sense has been tingling all night. A little disappointed he's sitting down, though. I mean, you know, he could crawl up in the rafters, get a great look, bird's eye perspective. I don't blame him. Taking a night off here on this Friday night, enjoying a little basketball, Spider-Man here in the gym. Love it. Orem basketball, 5 to go. Here's Naliai. Boy, Kafusi holding his nose. He took something up high. I missed it. He's trying to set that screen, and they'll sub here. He heads right to the bench, almost like he's got a bloody nose. There's some blood there. As Harris to the table, I think he'll come on the floor, would be my guess. I think they're looking here just to check the floor. It might have a spot. Indeed we do. As they'll kind of retrace the path here. You need Troy to get that resolved. He's been solid tonight, 14 points, leading the way for Orem. Kick ball. Orem will inbound here. Baseline, 12. No, they'll put 20 on the shot clock. Sugatraga driving is fouled here by Hall. Get a second on Swift. Simeon will step up the line. Kafusi back to the scorer's table. Sugatraga back rim the first. Kafusi on as Farnworth will come off. I don't know how you play with gauze up your nostrils. You see a lot of players do it. They're just tougher than I am. I don't know. Sugatraga makes the second. We're tied up. Help coming over there on Sundrup. 3 defenders around him. Kicks out. Here's Hall. He'll drive, pull, baseline jumper, no. Kaufusi with the board. Looking ahead for Naliai. How about that assist from Troy Kaufusi to Naliai, who was sprinting up the floor. Beautifully thrown pass. 2-point lead here. Frischneck sends out. He thought about the 3. A foul here away from the ball. Going to be called inside. I think this will be on Simeon. That's going to be his 3rd. Junior Moala coming to the table here. As Simeon going to come off the floor. 4 minutes to go here in our 3rd. That's a big call. Inside, no, that pass could not be handled. That Orem D doing everything they can to make those entries tough, and just have a slight miscue like that. Orem able to get the stop. See if they can build on this lead. They've done a nice job really kind of turning this around. Kaufusi gives to Harris. He turns in the lane. Plenty of time here. You can be patient. Kaufusi over to Harris. He'll take the 3. No. Sundrup with the board. And Moala going to be whistled here. I think the first there on Junie. Hansen will pull from 15. He was fouled. Close out there. Saw kind of Kaufusi trying to stick his hand up, saying, hey, that's on me. They'll give it to him, his 2nd. Two free throws here for Hansen. Subs, nope. Hall is at the table. Some confusion there. I think Swift may have thought he was going for Hansen. He kind of waited. Coach Snell's like, hey, what are you waiting for? Substitution executed. Back to even. Naliai defended by Hall. Saved by Mason Hansen. Great play. Sundrup gives back the 3. Mason Hansen with his 2nd 3 tonight. He's got all 7 of their points. And a foul called here. So go on Hollinger, his 4th. His 3rd, my apologies, they must have moved one. So Katraga back on the floor, he's got 3. Kaufusi, that 3 won't go, Hall with the rebound. Hands off to Sundrup. Oh, and they're going to call this on Sugataraga. That will be number 4. Coach Tavita getting an explanation. The Orem fans did not like that. They thought Simeon was pretty straight up. that Jamin came into him. Even Simeon is getting an explanation. Sundrup to the line here to shoot a pair. A tough night at the line for Jamin. He's a 71% free throw shooter coming in. And a tough night at the line. See if he can make right here. No. And Moala with the rebound. Basuga-Turaga on the bench with 4 personal fouls. This man has been a beast tonight. Kafusi with space, hits it. Tied up again. Hall can't free Naliai. He'll give here to Nadal. He'll try the 3. Yes! Sam Nadal with his second 3 tonight. Kafusi had the step right to the rim. He is such a difficult player to guard. 9 in the quarter, 19 in the game for the sophomore Troy Kafusi. Hansen wanted the step back. Moala tried to save it, but he was out of play. It will stay here with Springville. Orem going to take a timeout. First timeout taken here by Orem. Over a minute to play here in the third. We'll be back. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week. While we all love spending time supporting our high school teams, Wadup's Insurance Agency is the team that will support and help protect you. Whether it's your business, home, rental properties, cars, or recreational vehicles, Wadup's Insurance Agency is the local insurance pro you can count on. Call or text us at 801-683-3663 to evaluate your insurance program with Wadup's Insurance Agency. Want to thank them for their sponsorship of KSL Sports Rewind. 1-point game, Springville basketball. Hansen, been good in this quarter. Ooh. Wise play there by the senior, not come gather that. Wait for his help, not be called for an infraction. They work right inside. Sundrup. They will score quickly. Kafusi. Boy, tough angle. Gets the roll. Off balance shot by Kafusi. It didn't matter. He is really taking this game over for this Orem offense. Final possession looks like it'll be for Springville. 8 seconds to go. 5 on the clock. Hansen. Little step back. No. Sundrup will not get it off. That will not count. And we will head to the fourth. 1-point game here in this Region 7 battle at Springville High School. Welcome back. Want to remind you, KSL Sports Rewind is sponsored by Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account, with a 2.75% annual percentage yield on your account balance and a 1% cash back on eligible purchases. It's a big deal at Tab Bank. Member FDIC. 48-47, Springville leading Orem, trying to remain undefeated here in region play. As Basuga-Turaga on the bench to start this fourth quarter with those 4 personal fouls. Kafusi with his 21 to lead all scorers tonight. As Moala will give back here to Troy. You see Sundrup coming up there to hedge. Here's the drive by Naliai, high off the window. Great action there, as they've really tried to trail Sundrup whenever he's come on the help. and tried not to let him get back in defensive positioning. And now a foul going to be called on Farnworth. His first team foul on Orem in this fourth quarter. Looking for Sundrup. Moala able to deflect it. Still in play. Junior's done a nice job of trying to make those entries difficult for Jamin. We've seen a couple times where he's been able to deny passes. Boy, hard hedge there by Sundrup. Hall trying to fade away. The help by Kafusi. And Swift knew he couldn't get a shot away. Was looking for an outlet. Nowhere to go. It's Orem basketball. Imagine Coach DeVito would love to go as long as possible with protecting Sugatraga. A little bit here in the fourth as Kafusi working baseline. Gets a little bit of room. Man, he is feeling it tonight. Hansen will give over to Jamin. Little pick and roll there for the big man. That duo both in double figures. He and Hansen help here. Oh, gonna have a foul call before that inbound. And this will go on Frischneck. It'll be his first. Springville gonna back off here. Nalia got a step. Boy, kind of bouncing through contact. Nalia able to get to the rim and finish. He's got a pair of buckets in this fourth quarter. He's in double figures with 10. Hansen. They work inside. Sundrup couldn't handle it. Judy Moala continues to make life challenging. And with backside help, he knows that he can be quite aggressive in trying to force that ball baseline. It worked there as Jamin couldn't reel that in. Orem with a chance to make this a two-possession lead here with over 5 to go in regulation. Naliai will send back out. An offensive foul. This will be on Kafusi, his third. Fans don't like it. Coaching staff doesn't like it. Timeout going to be taken here by Orem. I will say this, and this might be a controversial take, but you'll see players sometimes seeking that contact, and there's a little bit of a back step there by Kafusi. I think that's what the official called. Now, if you're going to call that, you got to be consistent with it. We've seen some hunting of contact tonight. That one called, and it is the third on Kafusi. That is huge. The night he's had 23 points, he's only got 2 more fouls. And obviously with Sugatraga with the 4, those are your 2 leading scorers for Coach DeVita. Something to be mindful of here with 5.5 to go. Meanwhile, foul situation really not concerning for Springville. The only player with more than 2 is the junior Nick Hollinger. He's got the 4. He has not been on the floor in a while, though he's on here. Nope, he is not. My apologies. I got confused by a number. My camera guy is very disappointed in me. Springville basketball. Hansen. He'll take the 3 off the screen. No. Sundrup comes in for the offensive board. Drive by Nadal. Hands over. Frischneck. Needing help. Boy, tough inbound. Farnworth was able to fly and capture. Kafusi, no, back of the rim, Sundrup with a board. Here's Hall. Elhan to Hansen, little floater down the lane. Springville back in front. And Orem gonna take another timeout here. 4:10 left, 54-53, Springville, timeout, Tigers.
With a Tab Spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Welcome back. One of the real unique gyms that's still left in this state here at Springville High School. You have kind of the lower end bleachers, and then up here you've got kind of bleachers behind us. This look going away with all the new builds, and kind of love some of the uniqueness that exists. And even in this gym, you know, we were at Woods Cross here. They're very similar kind of style. These friendly, shooter-friendly buildings are going away. Kind of sad, makes my heart hurt. As someone who's covered this sport for 20 years. Orem here with the possession. Sugatraga back on the floor. And has the 4 personals. They go right to Simeon. Defended here by Nadal. He'll kick out to Harris. His 3 on the way, short. Moala able to track that down. Possession stays alive here for the Tigers. Kafusi. Boy, tough. Man. That left-handed shot, I don't know how he gets that up and scores it, but somehow he does. 25 now for Troy. Hansen, and he gets fouled here on the shot. This will be the 3rd team foul on Orem, and this will be the 2nd personal on Junie Moala. But Hansen here to the line, and what hurts is some of these fouls are shooting fouls. So you're giving Springville free throws as those team fouls are adding up. There's only 1 foul left to give here for Orem as Mason Hansen hits the first to tie things up. He's got 1 more here. He's been good from the line tonight. We mentioned it earlier, one of the best free throw shooters on this Springville team. Experienced player, multi-year starter, a young man you want and trust in those situations. Able to hit them both. He's now up to 20. Kafusi, double team, trying to create space. Hands over to Moala. Oh, how about the patience of Junie? The little pump fake there allowed him to get a shooting lane around Sundrup. Orem back to the visitors. Fishneck back up here with Jamin inside the 3-minute mark. Hansen, kind of a double clutch with his footing there. Left that shot short. Sugatraga able to come ahead here with Orem. Kafusi. Give it back here to Naliai. 15 on the shot clock. Harris looking in for Sugatraga. Defended by Nadal. And there's a whistle. He's going to say this will be on Sundrup. His 3rd. And it'll be Simeon heading to the line here. Been a night where he has not been able to get in his normal rhythm. He's up to 10 despite all of that, but the foul trouble, as well as kind of the way that Springville's defended him tonight. He hits them both. 3-point lead here is he's got 11 points, 7 of those coming from the line tonight for Simeon. As we approach the 2-minute mark. 3 on the way, no offensive board from Hansen, the putback good. And a timeout taken by Springville, 2:03 to go. Timeout, Red Devils. Welcome back. Want to remind you, come to check out KSLSports.com. Check out KSL Sports Rewind on Instagram and X. We'll have our content videos, our fast break videos. We'll talk about big time performances, big time games. We'll also have our starting 5 video. I was like, I know there's something else. We'll talk about the best 5 individual performances. We'll also have content on the girls' side. And of course, your bracket release show, folks, will be live on KSLSports.com and on UHSAA.org. You want to know about your team's postseason? You want to come hang out with us in 2 weeks for our live bracket reveal show. Gonna be fun. Orem basketball, Kafusi. In the block, help coming, fade away as he's fouled. And it will be Kafusi here going to the free throw line as Swift Hall here called for his 3rd. Kafusi, I think just the 2nd time he's been to the line tonight, if memory serves correct. Trying to push it back to a 3-point lead. That one looked hard. The moment it left his hand, it was off the back of the rim. Walla continuing to battle with Sundrup. Hall gives over to Nadal. Driving baseline, sends to the corner. Freshnick, his 3 was short. And Sugatraga with the rebound for Orem. 1:15 to go. Orem looking to take a little time off the clock here. Trying to hand Springville their first region loss. Simeon, 15 left on the shot clock. And a foul called here. A reach there by Nadal. That is the 4th team foul on Springville. Still just 3 team fouls on Orem. So Orem with 1 foul to give, no fouls to give here for Springville. With 1 minute to play. Shot clock was reset with that foul to a clean 35. They have the backcourt. They'll go there with Naliai. Inside a minute. Kafusi. Defended by Frischneck. And a foul given here by Frischneck. It'll be Kafusi walking to the line here to take a pair. Chance here to push it to 2 possessions with 41 seconds left. Has 1 more. 27 now for Troy. Make it 28. And a timeout taken by Orem. 62-58, Tigers with a late lead on the road. Can they hang on? We'll see when we come back to Springville High School. A look there at the Orem timeout. Coach DeVita started with, we need one stop in this game. Can his defense get it? Been a great night for Mason Hansen, unofficially with 22. Jamin Sundrup has 14. The duel's been good, but they've had an answer on the inside for Jamin. You gotta really tip your cap to the way that Junie Moala has tried to go at him tonight. Has made life tough. Two-possession game. Springville, they gotta execute. Swift Hall. Clock inside 30 seconds coming off the clock here for the Red Devils at home. Back to Hall. Takes a step for three. No. The rebound brought down by Moala. And they will foul Junie Moala. Orem will head down and take free throws with 19 seconds left to play. Well, you could see what Springville was trying to set up. Coach DeVita, I love it. He called Cooper Harris, the junior, over and gave him a bit of, that's exactly what we wanted, making that shot tough. There's a lot of time came off the clock. Moala missed the first, has one more here. Still a two-possession game. This is a situation where if you're Orem, no foul. As Moala gets the second 5-point game for the Tigers. Hansen, little step back, no. Sugataraga with the rebound and is fouled. Will walk down and take a pair with Simeon Sugataraga as the Tigers can sense a big road victory here in Region 7 play. Boy, my question tonight was, how are you going to deal with Jamin Sundrup, the 6'10" man on the big 6'10" big on the inside? As Sugataraga hits the first, he's got just 4 points in the second half. Speaking of Jamin, those entries have been tough. Moala has been physical. He's done a great job on the denial. The help defense on the baseline has made it tough. Sugataraga makes them both. 7-point game as Hall will take the three and hit it. That clock will tick out. Oh, yeah, 65-61 your final. The Tigers hand the Red Devils their first region loss. We talk about the play on the inside, and you got to give a lot of credit to Junie Moala for his defense. Isanali finished unofficially with 10. He had a couple real critical drives, especially when Sugataraga was off with fouls. But man, Troy Kafusi just cannot speak about how big of a game the sophomore had tonight. Scored in every quarter, scored a game-high 28 to help Orem come from behind to knock off the Red Devils of Springville. Your final score, 65-61, Orem with the victory, and they're a half game back of the Timpview T-Birds with bragging rights and first place on the line Tuesday night at Timpview. Head on out to the Thunderdome. If you can't make it, come join us right here on KSLSports.com. We'll have that game for you live at 7 o'clock Tuesday, February 3rd. For Vince Francis, my name is Dane Stewart. Thank you for joining us on our Game of the Week and Orem High Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network.